Hi guys, Robotic Jake. We're here today. Today we're going to make the UFC 249 predictions. So, as you may know, the lineup was going to be there's going to headline Khabib and Tony Ferguson, but things changed obviously with you know what, and now we got Ferguson Gaethje. Now I think this would be a better fight because these two, they can stand and they're going to be throwing blows for a long time. I don't know. I think we'll see probably fight of the year easily on this card. So yeah, let's get into it. So as you can see, we only have 6 here, and there is, I think there's 10 fights. Sorry, 11 fights on this card. So let's get into it. So we'll start off with Ryan Spann versus Sam Alvey. That's the first fight. I'm going to pick Ryan Spann. Hopefully we do get all these right. This is my predictions, obviously. Then moves on to Bryce Mitchell versus Charles Rosa. I'm going for Bryce Mitchell. I haven't seen these 4 fights. The first 2 fights, I haven't seen any of these, but I think that it's just re-guesses. But this fight, Vicente Luque versus Nico Price, I think this could be a fight of the night performance. This legit could. I don't know. I'm gonna say Vicente Luque. After his performance against Stephen Wonderboy Thompson, I think he has a bit of potential. I think, but you know, don't underestimate Wonderboy because he's unreal, Wonderboy. So yeah, Luque gets my pick for that. So then we move on. So we have the first fight: Uriah Hall versus Ronaldo Souza. So let's get into it. Alright guys, so Uriah Hall and Ronaldo Souza, they're middleweight, and I'm gonna pick Uriah Hall. I'm gonna say knockout, and actually, you know what? Nah, I'm gonna put it will be the decision win for Uriah Hall. That's what I'm going to think. Next fight is Carla Esparza versus Michelle Waterson. Now, I'm going to put it in here. It will be Michelle Waterson who will win. Decision. I think really 3 rounds for some of these fights isn't long enough, but for the hype that they bring, you can't give them more time, if you know what I mean. But yeah, 3 rounds. Waterson, I think she'll dominate this fight. I think she will. Oh, okay, so this next one is heavyweight. Aleksei Olenek versus Fabianski Werdum. Yeah, I think these two are very good fighters. But I think I'm going to give it to Werdum. Going to get a knockout, probably. Let me think. We'll say 3rd round, I think, because that's how it is, right? The next one is Donald Cowboy Cerrone versus Anthony Pettis. Now, I think these two are complete fighters, in my opinion. You can put them in any fight, regardless of the opponent, and they will have a stunning fight. Obviously, so exception to Cowboy Cerrone about the McGregor fight. Obviously, what can you do? But this fight, I think this could be a really good fight, very interesting fight. Oh wait, shit! I just realised now that I gave the win to all. Sorry. We'll change this. Sorry. So Wernham decision win. Yeah, we'll go for that. Sorry, I just realised that now. So yeah, it's welterweight as well. So this could go interesting. Pettis obviously lost to Diaz, but Diaz was outstanding in that fight. There was nothing Pettis could even do. Cerrone, I think, could do well up in welterweight. So for the reason, I'm going to say Cowboy Cerrone will get the decision win. I think there won't be. I don't think there will be a specific knockout until we get to the bantamweight fights. Okay, so now we can move on. Before we get on to it, actually, move on to the co-main event. Greg Hardy takes on Jorgen De Castro. Okay, so I'm just gonna say now, Greg Hardy is gonna win it somehow. I might say knockout, but I don't know. I'm not a big fan of him, but other than that, I think he'll get the win regardless. Calvin Kattar versus Jeremy Stevens. This is very tough, but I think somehow Stevens will get the win. I'm going knockout. We'll go third round knockout for Stevens. Francis Ngannou versus Jasiniro Rosenstruck. This is going to be a banging fight. Both lads hit like rockets. It's going to be tough to see who's going to knock each other out, but I personally think Ngannou's more slick on his feet, has more power. Obviously, both men bet Alistair Overeem, but it took longer for Rosenstruck to take him down, to beat him. But the thing about Rosenstruck is he can take a lot of damage, but the question is how much can he take from Ngannou? I don't think he can survive. But fair play for calling him out, because this is a banging fight for such a card. So yeah, Francis Ngannou. I don't know. I'm gonna say it's definitely gonna be a KO for sure. I'll give it second round. I think he'll survive the first round, and then the second round, I don't think he'll survive. Bantamweight title fight. So it's champion Henry Cejudo versus Dominic Cruz. As you can see, we have it here. Dominic Cruz has won it twice, the bantamweight title. Henry Cejudo, obviously, he was known as Triple C or Triple Champ. This isn't really because I dislike Henry Cejudo, but I'm going for Dominic Cruz, and I'll tell you why. Because if you look back at Dominic's fights, right, when he fought TJ Dillashaw in his prime, well, you know what I mean, when TJ was ruling that division, it just, Cruz absolutely bet him. Like, I know it's decision, but he did so well, and I think that is what's going to happen. Cruz is way bigger than Henry Cejudo, way bigger, and I think that will be the factor. Like, I know that probably Henry will try to use his wrestling, but that won't work on Cruz. You know, obviously he had that unbelievable three fights with Uriah Faber. I think it will just go to Cruz. Cruz will win it one more time. Yeah, so we're going to say Dominic Cruz. I want to say TKO. Oh no, sorry, no. He'll win the decision for sure. He'll do very well, I think. And finally, we have Tony Ferguson and Justin Gaethje. How will this end? Okay, so my opinion, Ferguson will win. But how will he win? That's the question. I think they're both going to beat the crap out of each other, right? It's just going to happen. They're going to get a big paycheck, but they're going to get the shit kicked out of them. The question is, what round does Tony? Because I don't think he'll submit Justin Gaethje, because Gaethje's he's not bad at wrestling. I think he's pretty good at wrestling. So I think obviously it's all about striking and who's more ferocious on top. So who do I'm thinking, because I feel it's going to be like round 4 or round 5, because there's no way either one of them would quit in the first 3 rounds. No way. Even like you watch Justin Gaethje in his first fight against Michael Johnson, he got rocked about 20 times in like the first 2 rounds, but he kept fighting. I'm sorry, not the first 2 rounds. Sorry, in the first round. And then he just kept fighting and won. You know, that's the thing about Gaethje. He will not give up. Unless you knock him out, he will come back and knocking you out. But I think he's unreal. But Tony Ferguson is at another level. He's another species when it comes to fighters. Like, you know what? Actually, it's going to be decision, 5 rounds, and then what I think is going to happen is they're both going to be bloody. They're both going to pour blood. Like, that's how it's going to be. And it's just going to be a very, very, very close fight, I think. But the thing is, Tony Ferguson, in his last few fights, he's done real damage to people. Like, you see, like, most of them stopped from doctor stoppage. Like Cowboy Cerrone, obviously, when he blew his nose and his eye, it's up online. You can look at it. I'm not going to describe it. And then what he had with bloody Anthony Pettis, surprisingly enough, both of them were fine together. But yeah, no, he is one dangerous man, and Khabib will be looking at this fight thinking, who's gonna win? I'd say hope for Gaethje, I'd say. But I want Ferguson and Khabib to happen. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. Hope you agree with me and hope you enjoy the fights. I'm definitely going to be watching this, and I'll probably do a video after saying what do I think about this. So yeah, good luck.